Today, my dear friends on YouTube, I'm gonna be talking about the events that really shaped my life. And I believe actually this is one of the most important videos if you're interested in my story and my overall life and my learnings and my path, especially my spiritual path and personal growth. And I'm sure you guys also have a few events, maybe a handful or a little bit more, that were really big, defining moments, events in your life. I actually had to think about this for a bit a few months ago when I went to a Tony Robbins event, Date with Destiny in Florida, and we had to fill out like a little questionnaire beforehand, and it was one of the main questions was, what are your 5 main life-shaping events? Here is my list. I'm gonna try and go in chronological order at least a little bit. And so number 1, very important for everything that followed in my life, was when I was 15, I convinced my parents to let me go and spend a year in the States with a host family going to high school. And I had been annoying my parents for quite a while actually leading up to that point, and I can remember growing up, even when I was a small kid, I always wanted to get out. And so doing like a high school exchange in the late 90s was a pretty easy way for me to get out of the small town in Bavaria that I grew up in. The reason why this was so important is it really set me up for my nomadic life and for experiencing a different culture, for growing as a teenager, probably like 10 times quicker than most others did my age that stayed back home. And after that year, I went off and finished school in England. I was there for 2 years in Brighton, and then by the age of 18, I had already spent 3 years abroad in different countries. And so I believe that really set me up for wanting to explore the world more and not being afraid to go out and adventure. The second really big life-defining moment was when my parents got divorced. And that was right after I came back from that year in the States. So I was about 15 or 16. And I had left and my dad was still living at home, and I came back and he had moved out. I believe anyone's parents' divorce is kind of a big deal. In my case, I never thought my parents would get divorced. I remember being in school or in kindergarten, I would always tell everybody my parents will always stay together. And I believe I didn't really deal with it at all because I was really trying to tune that out, kind of like pretending it wasn't actually happening. But yeah, big deal when parents get divorced. The third really big life-shaping event was when I had my first girlfriend at the age of 26, because that led to finally my coming out. And I made a video about this the other day, and I'll link to it up here. But yeah, my first girlfriend, I'll never forget you. And if you watch this, yeah, you're definitely in my top 3. So thank you for coming into my life. Number 4 was that in 2012, January of 2012, I quit my first grown-up job in Berlin. I had a job for 8 months in a PR agency, and I decided to quit, do my own thing, start my own business, start freelancing, and then I started Planet Backpack. And when I handed in that notice, that was massive, because I would not be sitting here making videos, I wouldn't have the travel blog, I wouldn't be traveling around the world, I wouldn't have become an entrepreneur. I mean, huge. So yeah, quitting that job, that was big. Number 5 of my major life-shaping events was the breakup from my first girlfriend, and that was also in 2012. And the reason why that was such a big deal for me is because it was my first real big, horrible breakup, and I was in so much heart pain that it put me onto my spiritual path. It really facilitated so much personal growth. I discovered meditation. I really dove deep into yoga. I mean, if it hadn't been for that breakup, I would not have woken up from a pretty deep sleep. It almost feels like looking back, I was sleepwalking. And as much as I really did not want that relationship to end, I thought we were gonna stay together forever and have babies and get married, it was so important for my development as a woman, as a human being, as a lover, and as a soul. So yeah, wow, absolutely life-changing. Now we're coming on to a bit of more positive things that were very life-shaping for me though. So number 6. Is it number 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Number 6, really big for my development in so many ways, was living in Bali. I lived in Bali for about 1.5 years or 2 years on and off, 2015 and 2016. Bali really opened me up to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I went all in on yoga, I went all in on being vegan. Bali made it so easy for me. The community, the offerings, the yoga studios, I mean, I learned so much. And also my spiritual development, I had, a lot of energy healing sessions. I just really embraced everything that was out there in terms of how to heal your soul and heart and your body. And yeah, in that way, Bali was really, really amazing and important. And also, I started surfing in Bali, and I don't think I would have really pursued surfing as much as I did if it wasn't for living in Bali. And number 7 of the big events, the big things, the big moments that really changed my life was going vegan, believe it or not. I was a vegetarian my entire life. I've never eaten meat or fish or sausages or any of that ever since basically I was born. I never wanted it and never had the desire to. Maybe I'll make a video about that one day, the specific background story to that. However, I went vegan in the beginning January of 2015, which is now about 2 years ago, and it just completely changed my life because it opened me up to a new world of nutrition, a new world of foods, of smoothies and green juices, and I now eat probably 1,000% more different kinds of vegetables and fruits and all of that than I did 2 years ago. And it just keeps expanding, and like my horizon in terms of like just health and diet, it's just been broadened like crazy. I've never felt more energetic as I do now. I've never felt more amazing, and I'm just really, really happy with my body, with how I feel every day, with my energy levels. And I believe a big part of that is definitely contributed to going vegan, as well as obviously yoga, meditation, and generally healthy lifestyle. But man, going plant-based, yeah, definitely one of the best decisions of my life. I can only recommend it. So these are my top 7 life-shaping events, moments, things, decisions of my life. Yeah, some of them might not have been extremely positive maybe, but they turned out to be very, very important, and I'm pretty sure that you have some of these as well. And if you like, and please do share your life-shaping, life-defining moments with me in the comments section. And if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye guys.